Okay, here on the Adroll homepage, and a couple of things that I want you to notice here. The headline that we see on the page is that the global leader in retargeting. And that's what Adroll is. It's a retargeting company, and retargeting is great. It offers great positive return on investment. The limitation that you have with retargeting is that someone must come to your website before you actually have the ability to retarget them and have your ads customized and following your prospect. So retargeting, while it's great at converting to sales, doesn't necessarily do anything as far as driving traffic to your website. So if you do not have much traffic to your website, retargeting is not going to be as effective to someone that has lots of traffic to their website. Next thing that we see is where it's actually taking place, the retargeting, and platform that reaches across desktop, mobile, Facebook, Twitter apps, and the web. So you see the retargeting occurring at many different places there. Next thing that we notice is we've got to try it free, and Adroll offers a free trial. With the free trial, what they basically do is they'll give you 2 weeks or $60 credit that you could apply towards your retargeting campaigns. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is actually log into my account, and so we can show you the inside of the platform. Okay, now I'm logged in, and this is a screen that's initially displayed to me once I do log in. Obviously, the first thing that I can do here is create a campaign. On the right side, we see create new campaign, upload web ads, upload Facebook ads, upload Facebook mobile ads, create our different segments, and then track our conversions as well as dealing with the reporting here. What we're going to do is create a new campaign. Okay, the first question that we have is where do you want to retarget? And we see the choices that we have here are general websites, and then basically 3 choices that we have on Facebook, right-hand column, newsfeed, or Facebook mobile. So we've got 3 different ways there. Adroll does real well as far as its Facebook retargeting, as we see, and that's primarily the options that we have here. 3 of the 4 are Facebook oriented. What I'm going to do here, though, is we'll start out with general websites. Okay, and now what you're going to see is I basically have 4 steps from creating a campaign till I'll be able to actually launch it and going forth here. So the first thing that we want to do here is put in our campaign name. And I'm just going to name this one Banner Ads. Next thing that we do is we set a weekly budget. I'm going to set this as 150. And next choice that we have is do we want to start it immediately or do we want to start this sometime in the future, and when do we want to end it. So if we want an end date, we could actually select an end date here. This campaign with the defaults as it's set up is to start immediately and run forever. The location here, we have some geo-targeting. We have the options of worldwide, United States, or custom locations. So if I was dealing with a local marketing, what I could simply do is custom locations here, and all I would simply do is enter in a zip code, and once I add that, we see it's now targeting everyone in the 11758 zip code. So rather easy here as far as getting your geo-targeting, and we've got the ability to go worldwide, US, or set up specific locations. Okay, another thing that I want to show you here on the campaign settings is if you go to advanced settings, and they kind of have this hidden here, but if you never knew about this, you wouldn't use it. And that's the ability to bid on ads on a CPM basis, and that's cost per 1,000 impressions. And also if you want to exclude certain IP addresses. This maximum CPM bid is real important because if you want to be on higher quality sites, you've got to bid there. Based upon the model that Adroll puts forth, if you never went here to the maximum CPM, your ads are going to be shown on lower quality sites that are less expensive. So basically it allows perfect audience to have the maximum profit. So this is a little thing that we have to look there, and it's kind of buried under those advanced options. But if I go back and hide these, you see that I never would have known that I have the ability to set my CPM bid. Adroll hopes that you never actually go here. Here we're able to set up segments of our audience. So if we go here, and I haven't created anything yet, so we'll create new. What I'm going to name this segment is customers. And what we've defined as our customers are those that are on our website, for example, here as they show, that make it to our thank you page. So here, if they make it to thank you, any thank you page, they can actually be put into a certain segment, our customers. And here what we see duration is how many days to keep inactives in the segments. So if someone does not come back to our website, they were just browsing around, we don't necessarily keep them there forever. Okay, so here now on my visitor segments, I could decide if I want to target this group or exclude this group. So let's just kind of go back here and add another segment. I'm going to choose existing. So what I have here is all visitors. So let's say I select all visitors and I've got new customers selected here. What I could do is target all visitors and then exclude those that actually make it to our thank you page, so that actually purchased. So with the combination of the two groups there, I basically would simply be having my ads served to new customers who have not actually purchased from us. So then what we'll actually do is go on to our next step. Here we see add ads. So now the problem that we have here that I see with add ads, I've got two options. Choose from library or upload new. Let me go to upload new because I don't have anything in my choose library. And here now becomes the platform that we add new ads. We can drag and drop the files here, or you have the ability to have a chooser and choose those files from your computer. Now, the limitation that you have here is that Adroll does not have any ad platform where you have the ability to create those ads right in the within the Adroll platform. This becomes a limitation of Adroll, so you must use some other program or some other source to develop your ads. This could be an added expense because you do not have the ability to create the ads right here in Adroll. Okay, what I've done is actually uploaded an ad, so you can actually just see how we finish the whole process here with Adroll after an ad has been uploaded. Okay, so the final step that we have in Adroll is simply reviewing our ad, and this just has all the information that's come through our campaign. And the steps to get to this point were definitely very easy, and for the non-savvy user, you would think that this just becomes a powerful system, and it is. But the problem that we have, as you'll see, as we move on here, is not what's there in Adroll, but what's not in Adroll. So what I'm going to do now is just actually go to the help section, the support center for Adroll, and see if we can find out some additional information here. What pricing model does Adroll use as their minimum budget commitment? They use a dynamic CPM, cost per thousand of impressions pricing model. This means that our system will bid on the highest quality inventory at the lowest possible price. Well, it doesn't necessarily bid on the highest quality inventory. It bids at the highest quality inventory available at that price. So because we use a fixed margin, we're able to pass on any savings to you, making us the most cost-effective display advertising solution. Unfortunately, we don't know what that fixed margin is. And what you'll see is the average user is going to be spending more with Adroll because their fixed margin is higher than it should be. Free trial is worth $60 in advertising and won't begin until your campaign starts to serve impressions. After serving $60 worth of impressions, the trial seamlessly converts into a paid campaign, preserving the continuity of your marketing efforts. Now we see why that Adroll has a no start date and no end date. Can I adjust my campaign's frequency cap? And here's something that we see here. We automatically manage frequency cap to achieve optimal performance. However, you can adjust these settings by contacting your account manager or reaching out to them by email. We'll be happy to make your changes. So here, you don't have the control of being able to set your own limitations if you want to have an ad seen more or seen less, that frequency count, without going through and contacting them. They've put an extra step in this process here that makes it a little bit more difficult. Here's something else that we noticed. Why hasn't my campaign begun serving impressions? Top two reasons: your campaign is still under review and with our partner networks, and our list size. So what I want to deal with is list size here is, note that your retargeting campaign may not begin serving impressions until you're targeting a visitor segment with about 500 to 1,000 users. Again, if a website doesn't have that many visitors, this may take an awful long time before the campaign actually starts and actually being presented with the retargeting campaign there. Okay, as we look at the Adroll platform, we see a platform that is definitely a good platform, but what we find is there's definitely some missing features of that platform. Everything looks great under the hood for what we see, but the problem is what we don't see. The first thing I'd like to say that's missing there is the ability within Adroll to have the ads displayed on certain websites as well as to have those ads not displayed on other websites. So there might be certain websites, let's say we want it to be on CNN's page or ESPN. How do we get on those specific websites? Well, Adroll doesn't allow us to do that. And maybe there's certain websites that we don't want to be seen on. How can we make sure that our ads are not served on those websites? Well, again, that feature is missing within Adroll, so you don't have that ability to not display your ad on certain websites. The second thing that I want to look at is where is your ad served on the page? Basically, an ad could be served above the fold, which would be on the screen as someone actually goes there, or below the fold, which would be where the user has to scroll down in order to see that ad. Adroll does not give you any choice of where you'd like to see your ad placed, whether it be above the fold or below the fold. So, very realistically, you could be paying for impressions that are below the fold. And if you're doing this, your customer may never actually see those ads, and you're being charged for them. That's just a waste of money. The third thing I'd like to talk about is maximum CPM. And we saw that Adroll kind of buries that in there as far as the maximum CPM and how we could change that. Well, this really becomes important because if we want to be seen on specific sites, we've got to bid so that we're able to go on those higher quality sites. If we don't have a higher CPM, Adroll is going to look at that lower CPM and use that, and it's just going to put us on the sites that are there, giving us no choice. It's just going to be lower quality sites. So that's a problem that we see there. So what I'd like to do now is take it over to the local clients platform. And now you're going to see a full-featured system that addresses a lot of these limitations that are in Adroll. It takes a good system and makes it an awesome system. So much more powerful. It gives you the tools that you need to have your advertising be the most effective advertising possible. Okay. I've logged into my test account here with local clients, and what I'm going to do is show you how local clients is just a full-featured system. Yes, it does retargeting, but it also has so many more aspects to it that just makes it head and shoulders above Adroll. What I'm going to do here is start here, and the first thing that we're presented with is a choice. Do we want to start a retargeting campaign, or here we see one of the major differences that we have with local clients versus Adroll. Here we have the ability for prospecting for new clients. So this would be the ability to go out and drive traffic to our website and attract new customers, those that have not been to our website already. So I'm going to go there first. Okay, what we would do here is actually start a new prospecting campaign. So I'm just going to put a name in here that's called prospecting. Here we could select a category of what type of contextual websites and blogs do we want our ad to appear. So we're just going to say this is marketing and advertising. Here's something that you'll remember that we didn't have in Adroll is our frequency cap. Right now this is going to show 3 times in a 12-hour period to an individual prospect. Maybe I want to show them 5 times. I can. I simply change that right here. Maybe I want to show them 2 times. I can. So the flexibility of being able to change my frequency cap of how many times our customer sees our ad, something that was missing in Adroll. Right here in plain view, we have our maximum CPM bid, and I can determine how much I'm going to bid. Let's say I'm going to bid $5, so that'll probably give me access to some better quality sites. And I want to be associated with those better quality sites. So there's a positive that I have that was buried down below in Adroll that we had to search for that maximum CPM bid. And again, CPM is cost per thousand. Maybe I want to change this. Maybe I only want to bid $1, and I'm more concerned with repetition versus branding my ads and having my ads coincide with specific websites. So I have that ability to choose that here, and it's right out in the open. Another aspect that we have is our day parting. And what day parting allows us to do is simply to select which hours we want to have our ad to appear. So all we simply do here is go in on the day parting screen, and whatever hours that we like, we can just select it as green. That will mean that our ad will display during those hours. If we don't want it, we just leave it blank. So what we have the ability to do is just have our ad shown on the hours that our business is open. Maybe here I want to select the hours of 9 to 5 on Monday through Friday, and I don't want the ad to show on Saturday and Sunday. This is really powerful in that you could have the ad simply showing when there's people in the office able to answer the phone. Much that we had with Adroll, we're simply guided through our steps. So here now I'm going to go on to my next step. And now I've got geo-targeting. So what I could do here is, let's say I want to target the United States. And I'm going to target the whole country of the United States. All I simply do is add it there. And we can see it's added over here. Maybe I want to target a specific zip code. And we see that that zip code is in Massapequa, New York. All I simply do is select it. And I add it. You have the ability to target clients worldwide, in the US, or even going down to a specific zip code. Here's something that, if you remember, that we were missing in Adroll was the ability to target specific websites. So here with whitelist, all I simply do is I would create a list. All I do is name the list for whatever I want that list to be. And now what I do is simply add in the websites that I want my ad to display on. It's up to me. It's my choices. Simply what I do is enter those websites here, and then those are the only websites that my ad will display on. So as I move on now, the next choice that I have will be blacklists, and this will be sites where I don't want my ad to appear. Blacklist works just like whitelist. You name the list here, and then you simply list the sites where you don't want it to appear. That's as simple as that. Okay, now here's something that's extremely powerful with local clients, and that gives us the ability to target specific people. So again, remember, we're prospecting for new customers. Let's say I was an auto dealer, and I'm looking for people that are in the market for Toyotas. I could simply here go down, and I've got several different Toyota choices. What I could do here is select here people that are in the market for a Toyota. Do you think that might be valuable to an auto dealer that's a Toyota dealer? Do you think that might be valuable to a Honda dealer that's trying to get people to switch over from a Toyota? Or I could pick the specific model. Let's say I have a product or service that I want to offer to high-income people. Well, here we see my category that I've selected is high income. I've got over 14 million unique visitors here. I could select that. Again, all I simply do is add it, and now I'm going to be targeting high-income people. Boy, this is powerful. Being able to laser target exactly what you're looking for in driving those prospective clients to your website. Look at this here. Maybe I'm dealing with small business owners. So here I've got a small business decision maker. If I want to target that, I've got nearly 200,000. I simply add it, and now I'm targeting small business owners. And I can see what my other ones here. Oh, here's professional groups for small business professionals. Maybe I want to target that also. About 2.5 million. Simply add it to the right, and now I'm targeting that as my group. And these here can be layered upon each other. And when I say that, what I mean is now we're looking at high income that are actually small business decision makers or within small business groups. So you've got a couple different criteria that you're looking at there. So if you remember back in Adroll, we had the ability to target our new customers. And what we said a new customer was someone that's been to our website but hasn't made it to a thank you page. Same thing we can do here with local clients is we simply create an audience and we set that up as those that have been to our thank you page. And now we can exclude that audience. You can see here that the local clients has some pre-made tracking tags or audience segments already set for you. All you have to do is select the code from there and you can use those. Here, for example, you see we've got one that's cart. So those would be persons that were on our website and put something in their shopping cart but never actually completed the purchase. So we could selectively mark it differently there. So it's real easy. Those are set up automatically. Here, remember, on Adroll, we did not have the ability to place our ads specifically on a specific spot on the page. So if we look here, let's say I wanted to focus 100% of my advertising above the fold. All I simply do is click here, and now none is going to be below the fold. 100% of my advertising is being focused above the fold. Maybe I want to do a combination of above the fold and below the fold. So now each one of these bars represents 20%. So basically here, I'm always targeting above the fold, and then 60% of the time I'll target below the fold. So I've got a combination there. Here's another big difference that we have with local clients versus Adroll. And that's when we get to our creatives. And when we're talking about creatives, we're talking about ads. So let's say here at 300 by 250, I want to create that ad. And I'm just going to select Rich Media here. And what you'll see that we have is a whole bunch of templates that we can choose. Now, not only is this an ad development platform, but it also allows you to create an interactive multimedia ad. What is an interactive multimedia ad? Oh, it's an ad that allows us to do a lot more than simply displaying a JPEG or an animated GIF. It's a banner that allows us to do so much more. We could play videos within the banners. We could put coupons that have the ability to go viral in the banner. We could have, if we've got a product, an e-commerce, we could put e-commerce and have a user potentially buy right from the banner. That and so much more. What I want to do now is take you to a sample ad so you can kind of see the power of the interactive multimedia ad right in front of you. Okay, so if you remember back in Adroll, it was kind of buried down below our maximum CPM, and it made it more difficult to appear on high-quality websites. Here we see an ad for one of our clients appearing on ESPN. So here we've got our banner ad, and what are we allowed to do with the interactive banner ad? One of the things you see here is that we've got scrolling capabilities, each here linking to pages on our website. What we've got up here is click to call. All I need to do is click in the header, and if I'm on a device that could call, we would actually call our client. One of the things that we have down here is the ability to play a video right in the ad. You're not being taken to a different page. Here you see a movie being displayed right in the banner ad. No need to take them to another place. What we also have the ability here is generate leads right on our banner ad. Person has a question or they want more information, they can simply fill out our form here. Once they've completed the form, what they could do is submit that, and we're going to get that information. This is real powerful, and where the interactive multimedia ad helps you as a business owner is we've got greater engagement with the ad than if you simply had a normal banner ad. Greater engagement is going to mean more traffic. Greater engagement means that your ad is going to be more effective. The interactive multimedia ad is proprietary to the local client's platform. So what I want to do is simply sum up the local clients platform. As you can see, the local clients platform, we just demonstrated the prospecting, but it works the same way with retargeting. And as you can see there, we've got the interactive multimedia ad platform that allows you to develop the interactive multimedia ads. It's very simple. Just as Adroll, it guides you step by step through that end process of when we would actually launch a campaign. The only difference with local clients is we've got more steps, but those more steps are more features that we have that allow us to target our ads better and give us more control of what we're doing with our advertising or what we're doing with our clients' advertising. The more features that you have, the more steps that you have, is the more power that you have. This allows you to laser target your advertising, laser target your retargeting. It just gives you so many more choices and so much more ability. So for the savvy or the educated marketer or business, the local clients platform is second to none.